Hey everybody. So I had some downtime and I saw this game being played and no stream, which is a shame, so I'm gonna be doing a cast of it. Just let me post this in the Discord. I know there's a G-Man 1 game going on with Donkey Dragon and Sage. But I kind of want to get this one while it's live, because the winner of this particular game will take top of REL, if there is a winner. If there's a tie, then they'll be tied with me. So and I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, go. Skills. So this is gonna be an orc versus dwarf matchup. The dwarf in this case is the Booze Cruise, paid by Motley, who was tied for REL 1 last season. He tied for first with Horny Cricket, and unfortunately went out to the first round into who would ultimately become one of the final 4 fresh teams, which was Fat and Skaven, the Mad Rats. And his opponent is an orc team that was promoted from Division 2, Strategic Cheese and the Cheesetactics Mark II, or also known as Cheesex in the Discord. And just to do a quick overview of the team, we got a troll on the orcs. Pretty much every positional. Looks like we get a really short kick to start off this game. Gonna go live pretty soon. Right now we're just trying to catch up. I didn't quite get the game. I got it about a minute after it was starting. And of course, most people, probably the most extraordinary player on this team, after we get these few blocks out of the way. I think it would be the orcs who chose to receive here. No, it was Booze Cruise who chose to kick, which actually is not a bad idea. I think we're gonna see... Oh, this is where... Well, you wouldn't choose to stand firm. Oh! And we see a pylon there with no initial armor break. Unless he brings a player up for that. Motley doesn't... He has a wizard. Though... And we're going to see a 1 assist foul on this blitzer. Not a great foul. Probably won't work, as seen here. Now, in fact, there wasn't even no attempt to pick up the ball. I think it was because the throw was so far back deep and the kick was so short that he couldn't get to it without having to do GFIs. My guess is he's going to try to clear. Okay, he didn't quite get a good clear on this blitzer. He doesn't really have players that he wants to foul it with. But we'll see if he does. So you'd probably try to dodge out this Longbeard to get the foul. Oh, actually no, you can just straight up hit. But yeah, I wouldn't foul with your guard stand for a mighty blow. I guess the Juggernaut Troll Slayer is somewhat useful. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to see a foul. This is just making it hard for him to blitz up. Ops to 1-die the Black Orc. Block, it's pretty safe. Doesn't have stand for him, so we could have pushed it away if it wasn't for the bolt down. So not a whole lot of guard around this blitzer. There's only 1 guard here. This plus strength lodge firm Longbeard doesn't have guard yet, though I'm sure that's what he'd get on his next level up, for sure. It looks like we caught back up to live. The game has finally begun to slow down, so I can talk a little bit more on the teams. You got a plus movement pro, palm, tackle, blitzer, Canadian cheddar. We've also got another palm, tackle, juggernaut, blitzer, Gruyere. I think those are the only Palmers he has, at least for this game. Yeah, he only has those 2 blitzers. And then we have our Sprint Pro Strip Ball Goblin, which is more of an oddity. We go for the pickup here. Cage, not very secure, especially after that bolt down there. Got guard here. This assist is canceled, so you could actually 2-die into this Black Orc to get an assist on the ball, or at least a mark on it. Knocks down the stand firm, but isn't able to get the guard here for the 2-die. I believe this is only a 1-die at the moment, thanks to the stand firm. Yeah, and there's the skull from the 1-die into a double skull. That is actually going to be pretty bad for him here. And there is a pretty good chance for a hit on the ball. I'm pretty sure if he can at least get a couple knockdowns in the front, he's going to get a 2-die on the ball pretty easily. I think Cheese was incredibly aggressive with his thrower placement here. In fact, he just lightning bolts. He's confident he can just pick it up. Though not a great scatter. His runner... Let's see, there's one of his runners. His other runner's on the sideline. Not too sure about this lightning bolt. Because the ball really isn't accessible unless it had bounced up and you were able to get all these guys knocked down in front. I don't think we'll see a pylon here unlike Cheese. Because Armor 9 is pretty hard to break, even with Mighty Blow. Better that he's just standing. Yeah. I think we're probably going to see tackle zones on the ball at least. Though not a whole lot else. We see a push here. Push it here and try to get him to the sideline, though it would be a 1-die hit with this blitzer, but it looks like he's just going to free him up. This blitzer's freed up. Can't really get around this Black Orc. If you hit this blitzer and not knock him down, you're going to push him onto the ball, which you don't want to do. Now Motley's probably thinking how he should consider moving these guys to more relevant places. Because most of the strength is over on the left side of the pitch. Even though the Black Orcs are right in the center, all of his blitzers and linemen are in this side. Pretty sure he's not going to be able to push up and right, especially with this wall of Longbeards. Looks like he's just going to set up for a 2-die on Bree, which will then, if... Oh no, he's going for the blitz here. This should be... This guy's guard, so there's no good block here. Why can't I see the dice? So this is good. This will be a 1-die. Oh no, the guard here. And guard there. Whoa. The skills, not seeing him. Yeah, it's hard to see over this troll. But yeah, there's guard here and here. This is also a 2-die. But you push him onto the ball. Yeah. Cheese clearly did not position very well for this particular drive. I mean, for this after this turn, because he's just getting knocked down left and right. Got a 2-die here. Might as well. Depends on... You might try to get your blitzer around. You need to put 2 GFIs to get him onto the ball. Well, marking the ball, you can't get him onto the ball without a dodge, and there's no reason to try to pick it up with it in 3 tackle zones. Hey, Iron Adept. And no problem. I was probably going to watch the game anyway, so might as well cast it. Yeah, so we'll see if he does GFIs. Yep, he does the GFIs to get the mark on the ball. And it'll force a blitz here with stand firm. So you'd need to get the knockdown in order to move him. Or at least to get him off the ball. Or if he had Juggernaut. Which he does, but it's a bit marked up at the moment. Yeah, it's looking pretty dire for Cheese here. Because the guard is incredibly well placed right here. Well, this guy has a 2-die and you can chain push it off. And then you could get a 2-die here, and a 2-die here. Opts to free the blitzer, that's fine. He's freed the blitzer, and that's the only player that can move right now without doing some kind of crazy dodge. And doing a 1-die on a block firm piece, probably not worth it. You probably want to try to free somebody else. This is a 1-die, unfortunately. No guard on either of these blitzers. And with the blodge firm, it'd be very hard to knock down anyway. Yeah, he's probably trying to think, how do I clear this ball? And the answer is going to be pretty difficult, actually. Yeah, there's guard here, so you can't do a 1-die blitz over here. Not that you would do that. He's going to do the 1-die on the stand firm. Yeah, and that's not going to do it. If Cheese is down to doing those kind of plays, then this is going to be a pretty rough half for him. Because he doesn't have really any good hits besides this. He has a 2-die hit on this blocker right here. Actually, no, because the guard, it's a 1-die. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Like, the icons keep disappearing. Yeah, this is a 1-die as well. Will we see the pylon? Or no, this one doesn't have pylon there. Just a frenzy. With minus movement, so that synergy is... Yeah, the minus movement pretty hurts his ability to do surfing plays. Because you'd blitz in order to get the surf. And that minus movement really decreases the range at which he can blitz from. Yeah, if I were Motley, I wouldn't be dissatisfied with this at all. Even this Longbeard's not marked, so he can come and assist here, get a block here. These guys are all going down. The guard right here. You can even chain push with the Troll Slayer if you wanted to move the guard away. You had this dwarf team, McMackey? Yeah, it's a dwarf team. It's actually used to be worse, believe it or not. He lost a couple of really good guard, firm, mighty blow Longbeards in the previous season. Oh, so he's just going to try to scatter the ball, see where it bounces. Gets a nice mighty blow hit on the plus agility thrower, and we see it badly hurt. Yeah, the guard and stand firm is horrific for bash teams to deal with like this. As shown, because this, you wouldn't believe this, but this is the Orcs drive, and they did not get very far. Yeah, he can free up this blitzer. Can't really get to the ball easily. You'd block here, though. You would go into a half die immediately. if you didn't get the knockdown, if you were trying to free up this blitzer. But he probably is going to block around here a little bit first. Unfortunately, this is a 1-die. If the Dauntless fires properly. So I don't imagine we'll see that. Could try to do the Dauntless hit on the Troll. If he doesn't get that hit immediately, since this Black Orc doesn't have guard, he'll get a 1-die because of the guard here. Actually, no, he'll get a 2-die. I imagine that's what we'll see. Because this assist will be here. It was these two that have guard. We wouldn't have hurt him if it wasn't AV8. Yeah. I mean, it is a plus agility thrower, so... If I knew I could get an AV8 Orc with plus agility and had pass and sure hands... I'd consider it at least. I don't know why you would... Let's see, if he chose not to stand firm, this guard... Okay, this guy doesn't even have guard, yeah. I keep thinking... I'm thinking like I'm playing... against a team like SAS, where he has like guard on every single Chaos Warrior. But only one Black Orc, well, 2 Black Orcs have guard. The other ones don't. They're a bit more fresh. Yeah, plus Agi Blitzer is definitely better. Well, it is definitely better than a thrower once it gets the skills. Especially if you roll a double and get a Blodge plus agility Blitzer. Like good old Wolf Rider. Rest in peace. Oh, he freed up this Longbeard. Not sure what he's going to do with him. He could take a 2-die here, but it will go into half-die due to the guard of Munster. Or he could just do a block with Wolfgang Amados X. Opts to blitz Christina Aguilera. So where's he gonna move him now that he blitzed? I'm actually pretty curious. Because he's pretty good where he's standing right now. Yeah, I'm personally not a huge fan of the Orc Thrower in general. Compared to other teams, the Orc Thrower is not a great value proposition. Much like, let's say, a Norse Thrower or an Amazon Thrower. The thing is when you get an Orc Thrower, he's less movement than a Blitzer and less armor. And you really just trade it for skills, which, if you're going to get a Ball Carrier Blitzer, or you could just make a lineman. Oh! We might see a pylon here, though. We might, because he broke armor. Didn't even use Mighty Blow. And nothing. Not really sure why this guard is here. I imagine we're going to see this guy come down to get more bodies on the ball. Or maybe he's going to move here to get this 2-die on this Black Orc. Did give up Corrine Bailey's Ray. Some hits from these blitzers. He's gonna try to blitz and free his Orc Blitzer Canadian Cheddar. Though I'm not entirely confident he can clear this ball for a good pickup. A Mighty Blow hit on the runner doesn't break armor. Though it does free up Head Cheese, the AV8 Lodge Guard Tackle Firm Blitzer. You can now bring this blitzer back towards the ball. He got down Christina Aguilera. Yeah. I do agree, McMackey. It's probably okay at the start if you really want to get that sure hands at the beginning. But especially at this level of development, unless you really want to pass, he opts to go for the pickup and dodge. Gets the 4+ pickup and 3+ dodge. Is he just going to try to hand it off now? Can't score from there. And he fails the handoff. Yeah, he could have... I don't think he could get away completely. Let's see, where's this runner? He could have gotten away with 2 GFIs. It's not a bad play. Though a bit desperate. Motley's going to try to at least free up. I'd probably try to at least free up this blitzer, Wolfgang Amados. You can knock down this this lineman here. You could get some guard firm, preferably on the ball. You could try to blitz in, either with Tears for Beers, because he's also stand firm. What have you missed? You haven't missed much. You just missed Cheese hurling himself at a wall of dwarfs, and it went about as well as you could expect. Motley did a pretty early wizard. It really didn't have a huge impact in this game. He cast the plus agility thrower, but it's just a badly hurt. That wasn't on the wizard though. The wizard just knocked him down. All the dwarves are still there. Missed days. So he frees Wolfgang Amados XX Mozart. Now, if I wanted to get something on the ball, especially a stand firm player, I'd like to get a blitz into here, but unfortunately he's guard stand firm. You could try to frenzy your way in, but then you have the frenzy trap. None of the players are in scoring position. I think that's going to play a factor here. He doesn't need to try to stop the pickup, but he needs players to be able to respond if he can somehow pick it up again and run it up the pitch. The chainsaw over the wizard. Yeah. Could have been useful. Could have gotten a bribe. Especially with the way Cheese plays with his pylons. Could have used that to punish. Chainsaw could also be used to chainsaw foul people, especially that are on the ground. So he placed the guard firm here. Gonna blitz the frenzy player. I think this is a GFI blitz, and it is. Pushes him away from the ball and frees up Corrine Bailey's Ray, who most likely stand next to the ball. Let's see, these guys are a bit tied up. One die blocks, not particularly great. Don't know, I probably would have stood up the runner before doing this one die block. Unless he really, with that, it feels to me that he's going to try to pick up and dodge the ball. Though he does lead into this 2 die block, which is nice. He couldn't have done it though, but maybe you push the Black Orc away. But he also gets advantaging from guard here by keeping this Black Orc in this particular way. You want to try to isolate this troll to force it to do a 4+ really stupid, or at least force him to bring a player back. But Motley really wasn't positioned well to take advantage of that. So we're gonna, since he's doing all of these one dice, I'm fairly confident he's gonna try to pick up this ball here. And he does. And you might as well try to dodge out. You got 3 rerolls. You just need to do a 3+2+. Though you're not really safe. Maybe you just try to take advantage of guard here. The main issue is that you could still get surfed from Swiss the Second. Opts to do the dodge. These players are pretty well tied up, so in order to get the 2-die blitz here, I need to dodge one of these blitzers out. Dodge is not going to help, as this tackle Longbeard is going to cancel out that dodge. Control really stupid, despite having 2 black orcs next to it. Does free up this black orc who can GFI, double GFI for a 2-die blitz. That's probably the best move to get a hit on this runner. But it looks like he's opting to try to get for a hit here? He can get a 2-die hit here now. The problem is you're going to need to knock down the stand for him. And he does. It looks like he's going to try to go for the surf play. He also needs a knockdown here, otherwise it's going to be actually a really... We see a pylon. Initial armor break. This isn't a bad pylon. Are we going to see the APO used here on this miss next game? Not at least thinking about it. And he does, and he comes back. So, if he doesn't knock down Nikolai, Rumsky, or Savasco, then in order to get this surf, he's going to need to do a 3+ dodge with second in order to get the 2-die into a 1-die surf. And it'd also be a GFI if he's opting to go for the surf. He gets the dodge. Double push. Gonna go for the surf. Fails the GFI. Still has to do the 1-die as well. And he gets it. KOs the runner. The scatter, pretty good for the orcs here, of course, with the orc catching the ball. Well, this is unfortunate. And now, since he's lost 2 players up in this area, I think his best bet is going to be to try to free up Tears for Beers, which he is trying to do and successfully does. Probably not going to see a follow here because this is... Okay, we are going to see a follow, but... The problem is his head cheese has guard. I probably would have blitzed from this direction. So maybe he's going to try to knock down head cheese. Does have tackle on him. Yeah, the next step... And this is where you'd probably have to think about it. You can get a 2-die on the DP. To try to free up Snoopbach, but if he doesn't knock him down, let's see, if he's gonna push, he either has to put him on the Troll Slayer or keep him on Snoopbach. And that'll be the assist you need for the blitz, especially since this blitzer has stand firm yet, and the double push is not what he wanted to see, so he ended up just instantly re-rolling that to keep both of these players free. And I think this is where it's... He's going to put the guard here, probably going to try to take a swipe at head cheese first. Oh yeah, put the guard here, yeah, because you're going to be pushing this way. He's going to take a swipe here first and hope to knock him down. Otherwise, this is going to be a one-die blitz. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a stand for him here. So, does he opt to go for the one-die blitz on... Actually, you'd go into a two-die into a one-die if you tried to blitz head cheese. And now he's thinking, does he want to do the one die against Munster? He doesn't have a reroll, but he does have pro, so half a reroll, basically. Or does he go for the two die into a one die against head cheese? Oh, so we're going to see the hit on head cheese. Opts to use the pro immediately, rather than try to wait for it to be used on the one die, and gets the down. With the casualty. That's a thrower, and now that's a blitzer. She's debating the APO here. And he does. Trying to prevent the snowball, but... Now I imagine we're going to see Tears for Beers maybe come around or just provide an assist. Both have stand firm, so you can't do any chain push shenanigans. If you're to, like, let's say, place somebody right here and blitz from this way. So in all likelihood, this Black Orc is either going to have to dodge. He's going to have to dodge in all likelihood if he wants to get away from there. Hey, Trunk Head. Yeah, he APO'd it. It's clearly to try to stop the snowball. Motley's was probably a bit more understandable. Motley had to APO Wolfgang Amados because he was missed next game. So he would have lost it for pretty much the entirety of this game as well as the next one. And opted to do that. So these blitzers still tied down by Dean Martini. With stand firm here, even if you were to say knock down these guys. Okay, so we're going to see a blitz here. He's going to try to hit Tear for Beers and pray for an armor break, as well as an armor break on Snoopbach. Otherwise, he is going to get hit again. Are we going to see the pylon? No. Which is the right move. The chances of breaking armor is quite low. Gets the 2-die. Really wants an armor break, but he does not get it. And unfortunately, with the way he positioned, he probably should have... Well, let's see. This is if he stands up Snoopbach and just blitzes, as long as the Dauntless fires, it's a 2-die blitz. Because this blitzer doesn't have guard yet. It's a Frenzy Mighty Blow blitzer. So... this Black Orc's probably going to get hit. I think we're going to see this game, in all likelihood, end in a... Well, not this game, but this particular drive end in no score for either team. Yeah, Trunkhead. I think the dodge would have been worth thinking about, especially if you can mark these particular players. Because you're looking to try to score, especially since, well, Motley is down a blitzer and a runner. He had a runner off the pitch, so there's only one Ag 3 player for him, and that's Christina Aguilera, who's quite tied up at the moment. Goes for the first one. Doesn't get the down. We might see pro if he doesn't get it down here. Or maybe just a straight reroll. Just a straight reroll. You're going to put him to the sideline? Or is he going to bring him down to the sideline with an initial armor break? So if this isn't a KO or an injury, we might see a pylon here to keep that snowball going, but opts not to. And gets a terrible scatter yet again. Terrible. So probably regretting the use of that reroll. Because now he needs to roll dice to try to get this ball hard to get. You'd really want to get a 1 die here to at least get onto the ball rather than give Cheese a 3+3+ in order to get the ball somewhere over here. Goes for the 2 die on Canadian Cheddar, gets him down. If he didn't get him down, that could have been a problem. But at least Snoopbach has guard. So what do we see next? We might see this 2 die block. Well, this would be a 1 die block if the Dauntless fails. You should not have stood firm there, because you could have gotten a way better block. Could have at least gotten a half die if Dauntless failed. Yeah, because you'd have been forced to push him somewhere up here, and would have only had 1 guard. So now he just needs to debate. Since he burned the reroll, if you failed this 1 die, Cheese is probably going to score. In current state, I'm pretty confident he should be able to blitz off, or at least free Gorgonzola to blitz off the Longbeard, and then do the same thing. So I think Motley has to roll some more dice here. Just because in order for him to get Swiss second free, he would just need to push this Longbeard, which would be pretty straightforward where it stands. So Motley's just debating. He's going to go for the 1 die. Gets the bolt down. Not quite what he was looking for. Push would have been better, and that 1 die doesn't really change anything, other than it would have knocked down this black orc. Yeah, so we're gonna see likely Gorgonzola freed up, though we're gonna do some other blocks before that. Gets the guard. Not sure I'm a big fan of this. I don't agree with this at all. Because now this blitzer can hardly even get away. It would have been better just to blitz with the DP. Because he's going to get chased down now. But I guess you can try to screen off with Gorgonzola. Yeah, if he can get the Gorgonzola screen somewhere over here, it'd be pretty safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, that actually is not bad. Only problem is he didn't get up as far up the pitch as he could have. Alright. Yeah, now I don't think you can get a clean hit on the ball. Yeah, there's no way to get a clean hit on the ball without some dwarf dodges. So Cheese did burn his last reroll, so if he can get some stand firm on the ball, shouldn't be too bad off. Can surf Gouillère as well. Block here. Oh no, he stood up this blitzer, never mind. He could surf him, but it's not worth it at this point. He's gonna try to free up Snoopbach. In all likelihood gonna see a follow. And now you go for the assist on Gorgonzola. Yeah. So it's going to be Tears for Beers. His task is going to try to be to blitz through Gorgonzola to get the mark. And now he did that, and he's going to go mark him. At least force that 3+ dodge. Because there's really no one that's going to blitz him from here. And I think that's the end of Motley's turn. I imagine he's not going to do any blocks here. Both of these guys have block. And they'd be half dice. He's not going to be able to free up any of these players to get this blitz. And while you could try to blitz the Troll Slayer, you're going to use movement if you don't knock him down, especially with the Frenzy. He's going to stand firm rather than allow you to push him up. You'd go 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Be a GFI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not entirely sure what Motley is debating here, or maybe some sort of technical error. Motley saving his reroll, which almost implies he's going to try to go for either a lot of heavy damage on turn 8 or a 1-turn. One of the weaknesses of Cheese's team, it's going to probably become pretty prevalent, especially on this turn 8 coming up. If Cheese does score, he probably should just dodge at this point. I guess you could blitz with this blitzer. He's got Pro, though. If you're going to try a 3+ dodge, you might as well just try this one. Okay, so he's going to rely on Pro here. Does need a knockdown, and he gets it. So that's going to be Cheese getting the touchdown. Yeah, the 1-turn is pretty hard, but it's possible. He could get a ride as well. Yeah, Cheese has 1 guard lineman, who I think is nickel. So let's see what happens in the KO rolls. Runner doesn't come back. Still has 1 spare player, though no real lineman, other than the DP and the guard. This is a niggle. Yeah, Motley can try for the 1-turn. Cheese doesn't have enough stand for him to deny it. In fact, it's going to make it pretty easy for him. Well, relatively easy. I don't know if Motley has ever managed to do it before. This isn't a great 1-turn defense. Sort of half-assed. The Orcs still have a spare player. Though they are down, they APO'd one of the blitzers and they're down their plus agility thrower. The numbers are pretty good, still pretty good for the Orcs. Yeah, I think Motley was really burned by burning the wizard so early. I think he could have waited and see. Especially towards the end there. Oh, the wizard would have been invaluable. Because that was the only scoring threat left on the pitch. If he just zapped it, boom, he would win the drive. Yeah, I think there was one spare dwarf, so there's still 11 dwarves on the pitch as well. Does not look like we're going to be going for a one turn. Because you'd have to have your runner up and a blitzer back for the ball. No way a dwarf gets a one turn. Well, with a quick snap, you wouldn't actually need to, you could probably set it up in a way where you wouldn't need to blitz, and you could actually blitz the line through. Can't do the final 3 dodges? Well, with a quick snap, you could avoid that. You could actually get your first square of movement. Though it would be pretty hard. You'd need to use Frenzy to bring back the... You'd have to set up for it. It'd be pretty hard. Pitch invasion. That's not good for, Oh. Well, if he did set up for the one turn, he would have had an easy way through. But, yeah, it would have had no ball recovery, so... We're gonna see the grab used. Bring him back. Gets the knockdown on Gorgonzola. I'm pretty sure he's setting up to hit the niggle with the palmer. Because if he can get the armor break, that niggle could be quite useful to get that removal. Alright, so if he is going to go for this hit with Tears for Beers, gonna need to put Longbeard somewhere over here. I think you'd want to foul the Black Orc if you're going to foul anybody. Oh, he gets the armor break! This is not a KO, or it's not a... This is a... Not a KO. Because that's a 7. And he gets the KO now. That's not the roll. This is the roll. One more. Makes the difference. Actually, wait, let's think about that. 7. Use the Mighty Blow here, though. Yeah, 7's not a KO. Alright, so Loner Foul on Sharp Cheddar the second. And if he got this removal, it would be pretty big, because it would start dipping into the bench. And he doesn't. Well, no, Eisenmike. It was a 7 with the niggling injury. I counted that in. The first one was a 6 plus 1, which was 7, which was not a KO. The next one, you're right, it's a 7, and for some reason they didn't add the plus 1 on the piling on roll, for whatever reason. Okay. This is a 7, this is an 8. If you add the niggle, which it does. Yeah, it should be there. But, Detailed dice log bug. Oh, he's gonna put guard in the middle now. Not that that really changes anything. I think the KO'd guard... Yeah, the KO'd guard was removed, so he had to put up another Black Orc. And if he loses those, he's going to be in a pretty tight situation. Yeah, in all likelihood, unless Motley gets a crap ton of removals and a quick score, fairly likely we get a tie here. Motley wasn't able to... maybe he shouldn't have even tried to scatter the ball. Or go for the surf. Well, it wasn't a surf, but it was an attempt to scatter the ball. If he'd kept it down the field a bit, somewhere over here, it would have been better than if it scattered up this way. So Cheese really thinking about this setup to avoid trying to set up for a frenzy trap, though I don't imagine. We'll see. Tears for Beers going for the blitz. Probably hit one of these black orcs. Opts to keep the DP on the line and just let him hit black orcs. Yeah, I just said that, Chaos Subulu. Chaos Subulu. Probably how it's pronounced. Yeah, I think we're gonna see the grab to pull in this black orc. He's gonna set up for a foul with the Longbeard, and if he can remove a black orc, that would be pretty big for this drive. So I think it'd be worth the Longbeard. The loner Longbeard. The only thing here is that this isn't a 2-die yet. This is a 1-die. He's gonna need to put an assist somewhere. Probably bring one of these Longbeards to get the 2-die with the Mighty Blow. Grab for him. And that is not good. He's certainly getting the luck in this game. So the ball, pretty retrievable. Well, from the dwarf perspective, there's no way the orcs are going to get to it, barring, in this case, maybe we see Cheese do something silly and try to throw a goblin under it. Has a chance of working. Though I don't think it'd be worth it. The goblin would just get hunted down. Looks like he's gonna blitz this particular lone Longbeard with the plus movement. At least Motley protected his squishy players and good players from the blitz. I think, yeah, moving this black orc here, I think is a bit of an overcommitment. He's going to try to tie up these players. Makes me think he's going to go for the throw. Oh, and this guy could get surfed. Very easily. So if this throw teammate doesn't work out, probably going to see Swith the second go off the pitch. And my guess is he just realized that. Because what's going to happen is secure the ball. Probably get some hits on the line here. If you secure it over here, these guys aren't going to matter at all. They're going to be way out of position. Yeah, so now I'm guessing he's thinking, does he dodge him out? Need to dodge him back here. Or maybe he's just, maybe it's some sort of technical issue. Okay, so we're gonna go for the, we're not gonna go for the throw. Never mind. He's gonna try his best to tie up all the players he can. I'm not confident that's going to make a big difference, but good scatter for Motley because he can just run in this direction. The worst scatter would be if it landed somewhere over here. You'd have to double back a little bit. Yeah, now he's like trying to protect it now, but these black orcs are going to go down. This guy has a straight up 2-die easily. And even if you don't get the knockdown, then this guy has a 2-die. This guy doesn't have a 2-die unless, well, you follow up here, but you just go bam, bam, bam. Knocking these guys isn't going to be terribly hard either. It's just a matter of what you do first. What's more important? I think if you don't secure the ball and end up failing one of these early blocks, it's going to be bad, though 2-die blocks are pretty safe. Yeah, Goblin on defense. Well, Trunkhead, he doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a bench, so... Yeah, the bolt down there is actually not that good for him, but the casualty is... Gets the badly hurt, but this is a 1-die now. It would have been a 2-die if he had followed with the push, but... Yeah, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth when it gives you casualty like that. Yeah, I think I'd try to go for the surf, but getting the ball secure is more important right now. So I imagine before we try to do this surf... Okay, we're not even going to go for it. Dauntless is fine. Yeah, he is trying his best to make sure he doesn't lose this game. He gets another armor break. So if this is a KO, happy days. Doesn't even pile on. Yeah, he really wants to get this. This is not a 2-die right now, but this one is. It frees up Daft Drunk the Third. It's probably gonna go maybe somewhere over here. You could bring someone this way. No guard by Nikolai Rumsky. All the armor breaks. And as long as Motley can keep a hold of the ball, Cheese is not going to be able to do much next turn. Alrighty. Okay, so he brings him onto the ball if he ends up 1-9ing. Fairly safe. And he doesn't follow because he wants to get the 2-die here. This would be a 1-die because of the guard here. Well, I'm not really a big fan of freeing up this Frenzy Blitzer. Blocks with the Loner. Thinking about where he's going to position him. And gets a KO. Wow. The removals are happening. We got 2 KOs. Well, the KO from turn 8. They've got a casualty and KO so far. A couple of stuns on armor 9. This has been a very good turn for Motley. Yeah, he's going to do the 1-die on the troll. I imagine he's going to go for the pickup first. Or doing that 1-die. Yeah, Bush 2089. It is not working. Well, 20,089. Alright. That ball is not safe. And the only real way to make it safe, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's gonna, this guy can't really get there. It's gonna be these blitzes over here that are gonna be the problem. Because it's gonna be... Actually, there's no gap. He's safe. I didn't see this blitzer here. Should be fine now. Doesn't even need to worry about this one particularly. But yeah, you probably go for the 1-die. You would need to roll a POW, otherwise we're likely going to see stand firm. Well, the runner is pretty well protected. I think you'd have to go around this Longbeard now, and that's not pretty viable with movement 7 even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's if you had to get this guy and this guy out, which you're not going to do. Yeah, we're not going to see it. Oh, and that is a dead Longbeard. Dead loner. Well, it's not the loner, but a dead rookie Longbeard. Now the armor is just breaking everywhere. I don't know how much money Motley has in the bank, but that's not a terrible loss. I don't think he would have APO'd that particular Longbeard anyway. Matter of if you lose your Troll Slayers or your Blitzers, or your really developed Longbeards like Snoop Bach or Dean Martini. Alright, so we're gonna see a Blitz on the Daft Drunk the 3. Not entirely sure why he moved here. With Swith's the second. Dodging around tackle. Okay. I think that probably would have been... If he's really thinking about trying to get the Blitz here. Yeah. That's a 4+ dodge. As a recent REL 1 coach, I'd like to request they inflict more deaths upon each other. We shall see. There's still quite a long game left. We're only halfway through. Yeah. If Motley wanted to score quickly, probably can now. Nothing in his way except this goblin right there. Move the runner, scoring. If he does GFIs, he can score him too. Alright. Baby Swiss. Getting hit. Will he be feeling the tears for beers? It's KO? It is a KO. We're probably not going to see pylon here. I think it said Stunty there, but Stunty really didn't have anything to do with it, because if you it chose to pick Stunty rather than Mighty Blow. Any injuries for the Orcs? Nothing permanent. Just badly hurts. Do we see the GFIs? No. That means if Motley's looking to win this game, gonna be scoring around turn 12. I need to do at least one GFI to get into scoring position this turn. So if I were to do that, I probably would have set at least one player over here so that even if I did fail the GFIs, there would be a player over here kind of block. Yeah. The main key is going to be trying to get Swiss the second down, because he's going to be the most dangerous player to this runner at this point. No one else is going to have a chance. He even chose to reroll that, and the bolt down's actually not bad here. Block with the loner. Especially since you burned your reroll, why not? More bolt downs. That's not good. That was a greedy reroll by Motley there. Goes for the 1-die and gets the POW. Doesn't really change a whole lot though. Just forces him to do a GFI. So what's next? Do we see a 1-die hit on this troll? But this troll could potentially free up Swiss the second if he gets a knockdown. Granted, no one can really get to him, but 4+ into a 2-die if you cancel out Varric. I guess is he thinking, does he want to take any additional 1 dice? He does. Gets the bolt down on head cheese. I don't think you actually need to do this 1 die, but he gets the POW. So, no one freeing up Swiss the second now. And gets the KO on top. She's starting to get a little thin here. Yeah, he's gonna... I assume he would go try to score early. Hope these KOs don't come back. No babes for the side of Strategic Cheese. Oh, he's got Juggernaut, so Stand Firm's not going to do anything in this case. Wait. Are we going to see another attempt for bullshit? Come on, jeez. Yep, here we don't go. Where's the blitz going to be? It's going to be here, apparently. What? 4+ into 4+. I think Cheese is just thinking he has the dice, but... Double 4+. Not really sure what that was. My guess is Cheese is trying to go for the win. Though, I think he'd be better off just forcing Motley to score fast, rather than try this stupid stuff. Get some players up here. Just get some players, force him to roll dice to score early. It should have probably been Cheese's approach. His current defense resembles Swiss more than Cheddar. All the holes, man. Alright, well, it should be pretty straightforward to free up the thrower. And if he can knock down both blitzers, nothing really Cheese can do. Doesn't get the knockdown here. It's unfortunate. This blitzer can at least come... Well, I need to do a GFI. Maybe regretting not doing those GFIs, Motley. Might be. Only he had 1 GFI, and he could score. Put some guard here, though this is a 1-die, and this is also a 1-die. The guard on Munster. Are we gonna slow it down? That would be unfortunate. And we just see the boring ass tie. Yeah, I would not potato if I were Motley here. And these blitzers can pretty easily reach you. Goes and gets the 2-die on Bree the second with Christina Aguilera. Well, sets up for the 2-die. The 3 assists and the 1 guard anti-assist. Yeah, we're gonna bring it back. Going for the tie. get the hit on Bree with Mighty Blow. Well, AV9 could... Well, AV9 not holding here. Stun. There's some 1 dice he can attempt. It doesn't really need to. This one's probably... I'd probably leave this as is. Whether you want to do this one or not, it's up to you. Yeah, it looks like this game is going to end in a tie. Unless Motley chooses to score on turn 13. So, you'd have to be really quick to get that ball retrieval. So we see the 1 die with Dauntless. And an armor break with the KO. I'd feel really bad as Motley. I'd be like, wow, I really wanted to score. Look at how much is in the KOs. I mean, they all could come back, but if they don't come back, then Cheese would be holding on for dear life trying to prevent... Well, he certainly wouldn't be scoring easily. Yeah. The earliest now Motley can score is in turn 13. He'll actually only have 3 turns to get it bad Trunk if he scores on turn 13. That's why it was much more preferable to try to score on turn 12. He's gonna try to go. What the hell is Cheese doing? I don't know. He gets the down. For what it's worth. It's not worth a whole lot at this point. Oh, we're going long, Beard Ball. It's actually not a bad thing. Goes for the pro. Snoopbot. I imagine Stand Firm is going to do a thing here. This is also 1 die. This 1 die is probably worth doing. Probably more worth doing than this one. Actually, no, he's got guard. I mean, he has Stand Firm, so I guess you can't even follow anyway. But can still score on, oh, see the half die. Into another half die, mind you, because this is Frenzy. Might as well Stand Firm. Can't get any worse. And double skull. That was probably a really dumb block by Cheese. And rightfully punished this next game. That was a stupid move. What were you hoping for there? You would need to double pow him. Or you're going to roll 4 dice and not hope for a skull. That was actually, oh yeah, that wasn't the AV8. Yeah, you're right. It is AV9. With Mighty Blow, but, yeah. This Orc team is getting crushed. Now, if I were Motley, I would definitely try to get, good old... I think that Nat King cores the 3rd? Nat King cores the 3rd in scoring position. With another armor break with the stun, piles on and gets a casualty on poor old Canadian Cheddar with badly hurt. Motley really just needs to score as fast as he can now. Look, I mean, there's almost no orcs left. Just do it. Do the GFIs. In this case, he doesn't need to do any this turn, but he probably should do 1. Please don't go for the tie, Motley. There's almost like no way Cheese can win this now. Might as well try to go for the win. You would probably want to do a GFI here, just so if you fail, you don't need to do 2 GFIs next turn. Alright. Gonna see a blitz on Gouyer. Opting to free up Snoopbach rather than chain him for multiple hits. I mean, he can still score, I think. Just needs to do 2 GF5s. But I would have preferred him... if I were thinking about scoring on turn 13, I would have spread it out. For ball safety? I guess. But he could have just moved players towards the path he was going to take. And it's not like Cheese has many players left to do anything. He's got 2 blitzers. That's it. And Cheese has just been absolutely reckless with them. Longbeard's pretty safe now. We'll see if he goes for it. He does have this 2-die. Might as well do it. Probably somewhere right here. Opts to push him forward. Yeah, Motley playing it safe. Though I don't know how you could not tie this game with the amount of players the Orcs has, barring just terrible pickup rolls. Oh. Oh my gosh. Now, if that's not a sign from Nuffle to say, go for it, you go for it. And there's nothing perm aside from a dead Longbeard. Horny Cricket. There's a miss next game on one of the blitzers, I think the Frenzy Blitzer. And a dead Brookie Longbeard. That's it. Now, if that's not a sign from Nuffle that you score this turn, I don't know what is. Because there's a good chance. I mean, look at how many blitzers are off the pitch. And the thrower, mind you. Who's going to carry the ball? This blitzer? That's it. Unless one of the KOs comes back. You've got 3 KOs that could come back that would be okay at carrying the ball. Everyone else is just way too slow. Alright, if he piles on here, it's going to be telling. Or may not be, who knows. Nope. Any babes? There are no babes for Cheese. There are none. Those KO rolls will have to do straight 4 pluses. Yeah, and Motley trying to get more damage. Another armor break, but no removal. Might as well hit up Gouyer, though he could have set up for a 3-die. Motley feeling probably a bit lazy, is what the feeling I get from here. Or maybe he feels defeated, but he's at a pretty significant advantage. Should just press hard on it. That's fine. Do we see the score now? 2 GFIs, 3 turns. I'm not confident that the Orcs... I'm pretty confident the Orcs can't score. Unless, even if they get everyone back, the Dwarves are still going to be able to defend really well. So let's see. Did set up for this, but also means that this Orc Blitzer can't really move anywhere. So, does Motley go for the score? Try to retrieve with 3 turns remaining. I would go for the score here. I don't see any way the Orcs are going to be able to score. Barring horrific dice, miracle dice. Goes for the first GFI. Might as well go for the second one. And Motley is going for the win. We'll see what we get on the KO rolls. If not many of them come back, it's going to be a struggle for Cheese to keep that ball. It's just a shame that he did not score earlier. Let's see what we get. Oh, he gets 4 back. He gets also the goblin back too, so the one turn is, and he doesn't get his other runner back, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Cheese gets lucky yet again. So those cast dice were pretty unlucky. Dwarves are at 10, while the orcs are at 7. I think if you're the dwarves, you have to have some safety back for the one-turn play, because I wouldn't be surprised if Cheese tried it. The one-turn goblin throw? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Cheese tried it. The problem is he has no rerolls. Does have pro on the goblin for the catch and landing, so the troll doesn't have such luxury. And you're going to need to roll 2 2+s and a 3+, which isn't that bad. I think you set up for the one turn. You don't do it this turn. Unless it's really easy, like you get the touch back and you can just immediately throw. But I think you set up for it next turn and try to go for it. Hey, Herringzord. Did the Sage game end? I know you were tuning in for that one. The Sage Donkey Dragon game. I'd guess Sage won, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, now, Motley is quite aware that Cheese has the one-turn threat. Hey, Neen. Heretics of Lilith died horribly. 2 deaths. Yikes. That's rough. We haven't seen any... We've seen 1 death. For Nikolai Rumsky-Koroskov. But, Cheese got... You weren't watching... Well, if you were watching, Cheese got battered pretty hard. And there was a bunch more in the KOs that just came back. He got pretty lucky with the KO rolls. Alright, so we're setting up for the one turn. Justice would be Motley getting a blitz here for the blitz that Cheese got last drive. These players are really deep. The problem is if the ball lands like anywhere around here in the middle, like even over here, you're not one-turning. And that goblin is exposed. Booze Coos gets a reroll. That's nice for them. And that kick is so deep, there is no one turn that's happening. At least you get the pro on the pickup. But if you don't pick it up, probably going to scatter and throw in somewhere. He has Tears for Beers back here. If he gets the throw, like let's say if the goblin gets the ball and the throw, not that it's going to happen now. There's no way it can happen. Because you can't throw twice in a turn. He's going to need to protect this goblin if he wants any chance of winning. And the troll as well. Because if either can't do their jobs, then this isn't going to go well. Interesting that Motley opted for no... he wasn't thinking! Did the order wrong! Should not have moved the goblin first. Now they can just slink on by, maybe hit a goblin right back here. Hey Sage, thank you for the host. Yeah, this game is just wrapping up. Gets the pickup, so no crazy throw in here. The one turn still a possibility, though I imagine it's going to get crushed by the goblin getting blitzed. And if you're Motley, you flush players down to try to steal that ball. Cheesetactics has no rerolls and hardly any orcs left. Yeah, and for people who came in from Sage's stream, this is a game where AV9 really didn't do a whole lot. There's a lot of orcs. There's a lot of KO'd orcs that came back for this drive as well. None of these are permanent. This one's a miss next game. We got one dead dwarf. There was a miss next game dwarf that was apo'd. But in the second half, there was just armor breaks everywhere. So, what do we see here? This isn't a 2-die. So this Longbeard is well placed. This troll... Okay, so we go for 1 assist. Are we going to get the second assist? You'd need 1 more assist here to get a 2-die on this Black Orc. And if you knock him down, you can get a 3-die if you were to bring a double GFI with Dean Martini. Probably do the Blitzer, actually. Oh no, this one's strength. He's going to hit the Black Orc instead. Never mind. Yeah, it is a 3-die with the strength 4. You're right. Kaos Boobaloo. Ah. Thanks, Herringzord, for the follow. Yeah, I haven't really streamed that much, other than some of my Champions League runs. And usually my own matches. I don't do that many casts very often. This one was just a game that I felt was pretty important. Not quite the Div 1 welcome, the REL 1 welcome as we call it. Because none of those are really permanent, but... Alright. Let's have this 2-die here. It is possible for the 1-turn to happen. Well, actually, no, not really. You can't 1-turn. The best you could do is probably throw Baby Swift with the ball after moving him. So, without a reroll, good luck with that. I think Cheese is probably just better hiding in the corner as the dwarves slowly close in. Yeah, this is the top in the REL. Motley, in this case, was the tied for top of REL 1 last season. Cheese is a newcomer who was promoted from Division 2. So far, the first half was a bit loony. There was a lot of throw-ins that went pretty poorly for Motley. One of them landed on a Black Orc and he caught it. The other one landed right next to a Blitzer in scoring position for Cheese. So the second half, Motley got a crazy number of armor breaks, stuns, KOs, casualties everywhere. So it's kind of evened out, and Motley is in a position to outright win this. As well as Cheese, though it's a bit harder for him. Yeah, Cheese, yeah, Ninja Pirate Assassin. Cheese was 4th in Div 2. Yep, he's just gonna stay back here as the dwarves slowly move in. Motley only has 2 turns left to score. That's gonna be pretty critical here. It's gonna be key to get the runner and the blitzers in scoring position. And actually just straight up hit the ball with the runner. GFI with the Troll Slayer. Yeah, I'd probably try to mark up the runner, in all honesty. Alright. So, Cheese has a couple choices. Well, no, I mean, well, Cheese has already done his choices, but either Motley tries and goes for this goblin and prevents the score. Troll tries to dodge, and as you would expect, the troll falls over. If Motley was feeling a little bit risky, obviously you'd mark the goblin, because that's the scoring threat. GFI, and you'd need 2 GFIs to get this 2-die blitz on Gouillere. You could then mark up all these linemen, mark up... Yeah, and that's what we're going to see. He would have blitzed with Tears for Beers if he was going to blitz Baby Swiss. Yeah, he probably should have moved the line orcs first. Dodging the troll, it's not going to work in all likelihood. So it would have been preferable to actually just really stupid there, rather than fail the dodge. So I imagine you flush your blitzers down. You can either use them to mark, like mark this lineman. This one can be flushed down, put a black orc, no, not a black orc, a longbeard around here. Or 2, why not? Cheese seems relatively flustered, especially with the way the second half was going. He tried going for dives through screens, and as you would expect, doing 4 pluses doesn't always work. A troll foul? He could. I don't imagine we would see it though, just because all these players are going to have to go towards the ball. I think you should still try to go for the ball, get the ball down. Are you in scoring position? Yes, you are, with 2 GFIs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy he's gonna go in front of this lineman. I probably would have gone around the back. Okay, so we're gonna see the GFI here. That one failed. Of course, we're gonna see a reroll. I think you still go for the blitz. No down, but that's fine. Probably, yeah, the push is better, because then he can't blitz himself to free himself away. Okay. You could do this 1 die, though you don't really gain a whole lot. In fact, it's just better to leave it as it is. Yep, so Cheese is now going to have to roll a 3+ dodge. Somewhere. Blitzer has pro. So if you do this dodge, you at least have some kind of reroll option. Though if you fail, you literally just allow Adam Lambic III to pick up the ball and run it in on turn 16. Just throw it to the crowd and pray. Just stand over here, throw it in this corner, pray for a scatter. Or you could try to throw it up the pitch. Along this side, it probably would be better. At least force the dwarves to try some passes. Because if you're Cheese, you're probably not looking to win this. You'd have to dodge Baby Swiss and tackle. And you're not going to leave this the way it is. Baby Swiss tries the dodge, and tackle does a thing. Pro does not. Alright, so Motley's going to get 6 dice here. Doesn't need to re-roll that. He doesn't even need to re-roll the next one. Alright, so should just be... Oh, there could be... Okay, so what Cheese is hoping for is that the ball bounces back onto the Troll Slayer and he picks it up. And to tie. God damn it. That's that, everybody. Motley stunned in disbelief. In fact, what he could have done, and this is... You would never guess this, but could have blitzed the Troll Slayer in anticipation of this happening. Though, the problem with that is then you'd have to then, if you didn't get the down, then you'd have to block with the runner. What are the odds of that happening? That's a D8 into a 5+. But I guess it could have also bounced to the runner and down to the Troll Slayer again. Yeah. That's game. This game ends in a tie, even though Motley was certainly much closer to winning it than Cheese. 1 in 24. Yeah. The only way you could play around it is if you didn't block with the Troll Slayer and blocked with somebody else, though you wouldn't do that. You'd have had to blitz with the Troll Slayer. Oh, we see a pile on a black orc. No armor break. Block on Colby Jack, the Niggled Guard lineman. Yeah, that's certainly a way to end this game. Yeah. Ordinarily, if you didn't have a choice, you'd choose not to follow there solely for that reason. Frenzy, you don't have a choice. You see a reroll? Yep. Nope. I think that means both Cheese and Motley are tied for first place, with me as well. Because they both have a win. This is a tie. Guerriere goes for the blitz on Christina Aguilera. Uses pro, but it fails. Gonna try to foul Tears for Beers. No assist foul. And no break. That should be it. Bargain Boozers discount AV9's door. Yeah, that's certainly where Cheesetactics got their armor this game. Alright, let's see who got the MVPs. Christina Aguilera and Head Cheese. 24 armor breaks on 84 blocks. Yes, Cheese hurled himself at dwarves, and it went about as well as you'd expect it. You take a crap ton of hits. And eventually it cracked. Let's see, we have relatively modest SPP, more on Booze Crew's side. But for AV9, this is not bad SPP at all. Yeah, Motley certainly had the positioning advantage and got a lot of hits as a result. unfortunately, the ball ended up in places where Motley wasn't, so that's why the game ended in a tie. When's the next league start? Well, Season 7 already started, Alter Ego. It started a couple weeks ago. Well, actually last week. The next mixed tourney? I don't know about that. If you're talking about one-day tourneys, I don't know when Hugh Jackman Memorial Cup's gonna happen. I might do one more cast. I'm not really up for playing games at the moment. Let's see if there's anyone playing right now. Nope. As it's not unexpected. Yeah, there's nobody to cast really. The main issue with my teams, my Champions League teams, are they're at the top and they're in good shape, so. Oh, okay. Alright, you heard from Herringzorn. The HJMC will be this weekend. Well, the announcement. It's an announcement for an announcement. When does Champs Ladder end? It ends next week. I'm pretty sure. That's what they're saying. They had to do one more hotfix. And they wanted to wait a week for it. Yeah, it's not this weekend. That would be too short notice. But it's you're gonna know this weekend when it's gonna be. My guess, there's no official date yet, Mishaps. I don't know exactly when. I'm only seeing what Nethios has had to say. It's not like I'm an insider. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut the stream here. There's no other games going on, it looks like. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Hope you all have a good rest of your day.